it's all built and ready to go. Before you can cook food on it for the first time, we do just need to like burn it in. I've covered it all in vegetable oil. Just bought a big paintbrush, litre of vegetable oil, and I've just gone all over the inside, all of the grates, everything really, just to finish the cure of the metal and to make sure that it's seasoned properly. And it should just make the metal last a little bit longer and just make it a little bit more robust, hopefully. So I'll take you in for a closer look. Then we're going to light a fire, so you need to keep it going for about 2 hours and then gradually increase the heat. So I'll start off with a small fire. The damper's about quarter open. Try and maintain that for a couple of hours, then increase the heat every half an hour, just to take it up to a higher temperature. And I'll keep an eye on the gauges as well as we go, just to see what the temperature looks like. I might chuck a log in as well, just to see if we can see any smoke escaping as well, see how the gasket's working. But I'll take you in for a closer look just so you can see exactly what's going on. So you can see there's quite a nice sheen on there now, because everything's just been coated in oil, the grates, the baffle, the whole lot, including the firebox as well. Built a little fire in there, just going with the BB-HQue regular lump. I won't be cooking with this when I cook properly. I'll be getting the bigger restaurant grade stuff, but I just wanted to get a slightly cheaper bag just for the burning. 3 eco firelighters in there as well, so we'll get the fire lit, and then we'll close everything up once it's caught properly. It's got a nice little fire going now. Once a few more of the coals have caught, I'll just spread it out a little bit. Make sure we've got a bit of an even heat across all of those, and then we'll look to shut it up at that stage and see if we can start curing this finishing. Alright, got a decent little fire burning, so now I'm going to close it all up. I've got the firebox damper on quarter, and same for the chimney as well. So we'll close it all up and see how we're looking. So there's firebox done, main chamber, pop the latches, and then we'll keep an eye on the thermometers and see how we're looking. It's about 40 minutes in. Interestingly, so the left hand thermometer's showing just under 200, and the right hand one is just under 190, so about a 10 degrees Fahrenheit difference. I haven't calibrated the thermometers yet or double checked them, so I will do that, but if they are accurate, that is quite interesting, given that it's meant to be hotter on the on the firebox side. So that would suggest that the baffle plate's doing its job at the moment. But like I said, I probably need to get some digital thermometers in there at some point, have a look at what's going on. So yeah, need to probably burn for about another hour and a half, and then think about trying to increase the temperature even more. So I've thrown on a little bit more charcoal. We're about coming up to about 2.5 hours in. We're there to about 2:15 and 2:15, so they've actually levelled out now, which is quite nice. I'm just going to throw on some wood chips just to see if we can get an idea of if there's any leaks anywhere, or what the mods are doing as well. So I'm just going to grab a big handful and chuck all these on, and then we're going to have a look around all the seams and see what the smoke looks like, and get all of those on. That's going to get some smoke going, and then I'll just let those burn through, and then we'll have a look and see where the smoke's coming from. So obviously a fair bit coming out from the firebox. We didn't have any gasket tape there, so that's maybe one thing that I could think about, is maybe putting a bit of gasket tape around the firebox door as well. Loads pulling through the chimney though, and I did just see a few whispers. If you can just pick that up, a few whispers coming from these bottom corners, and then likewise, but not much though. I'm pretty happy with that, and all of the seals are holding up nicely. There's nothing coming through there, and nothing coming out through the chimney either. So I mean, maybe a couple of little bits on the door, but all in all, that's looking pretty solid. and the temperatures are pretty even across the two dials as well. So yeah, first impressions very strong. I might be able to just about make it out. Tiny bit of leakage coming from where I was pointing out on the build, actually, where we just had that little bit of ride up, a little bit wispy. You can just see a bit escaping there. Down here as well. So I think I might just need to double up on a bit of tape, or maybe play around with some of the silicone that's left over, but I mean, it's certainly not pouring out, and it doesn't seem to be doing much to the temperature. But even with the latches and the gasket tape, there is scope for a little bit. Less so on this side, actually, and this was the joint I was a little bit concerned about, but that looks absolutely fine. Nothing coming out of there. So maybe just a little bit of work to on this left-hand side, but nothing major. So burning's pretty much complete. Temperature's just dropping back down a bit now. It's about 120 on each one. Not much left in the fire. Really happy actually how that box has maintained everything. That's going to make cleanups really easy. Looking nicely seasoned in here as well. That sheen's gone, but you can see it's definitely retained something on the metal. I think that's the general idea. So yeah, the build's done. Burnt it in. Got to cook something on it now. So hope you enjoyed this weekend's videos, and I'll be back next week hopefully with the first ever cook. Cheers guys, see you later.